Now we're going to give you a slope, tangent line slope or introduction. Okay, just to give you an idea of how you can obtain a tangent line slope. Okay, this is just example. This is how you can get between those 2 points. If, for example, you're solving, you want to get something between those 2 points like this. If it was, for example, you needed to get a tangent line at this point. Okay, the first thing that you get, you need to find M. So this way you're going to have your final point, and then this is where you're gonna get your initial point. So where you started. So that's why you see you're going to have y2 and x2, which is final. So this is from the final point, and I, this is from the initial point. Okay. So how you can get the slope? You first calculate M for the tangent line, and you should know if you get M superior to 0, your slope is gonna be something like this. So it's gonna be, will be between 0, theta and 90 degree. But if M equal to 0, you're going to have a straight line. Okay, this is when we have a number. Like, for example, when you have something like this, like a graph that's represented like this, that part here, that means M equal to 0. So that's why you have a straight or horizontal line. And then when M 0 is superior to M, then you're gonna get a inverse. So it's gonna be between 90 theta and 180 degrees. So you're going to have something like this. So that's why you're going to end up with a slope. Maybe that goes down like this. Okay, this is what you should know about tangent line. We're not gonna go into details. It was just to give you an idea of how you can get a tangent line. So it was to show you. This is where we get our x1, y1, x2, y2. So this is the second point. So initial point and final point. We're going to get this slope, the equation that we're going to get to that slope. So these are what you do. Okay, we normally use this formula, this one. So remember, you have this question, for example, you want to find the slope between those 2 points. You got x1, x2. x1, you're going to locate it here. So this way you have x, and that's why you have 1. So this is where you're going to find x1. And y1, you obviously find it there, and then x1 you will find it here, and then x2, this way you find x2, and y2, this is where you're going to locate y2. Okay, depending on which value you have there, and then you're going to use this formula. When you're done, check this condition if you have the time. And then after that, you move to this formula. This is the third formula that you're going to use to find the point at the slope. If you use this formula, then you'll be able to find the slope. What is the slope here? The value of that slope. So this is the point of the equation that you're going to use. You don't need to know everything there. Okay, this is what you're going to use, and in simple terms, this is just the meaning of what you see there, explicit equation. Alright, you could use those other formula, but I would prefer you to use this one, which is I'm familiar with, and I use quite often these two formula to get the slope. Okay, there are more you could use depending on which way you want to apply it. So, and then the reason why we use the slope is to find the magnitude that we get there. Okay, so that is what we do.